Welcome to W3IT Tutorials. Hi, I am Tinto Chaco from W3IT Tutorials. In this class we are going to discuss about the tags and containers of HTML. Tags form the basis of most HTML, so let's take a look how they work. Let's take our old exercise file, the basic structure of HTML document. I am going to open it in my text editor. I am using Notepad++ here on this PC. You can use any text editor that you like or any platform that you like, as long as this is not a word processor or an HTML editor. So this is a simple HTML document, and you will notice that it has a number of tags in it. The doc type at the top looks like a tag and is actually not a tag. That's just a doc type declaration as its own syntax, its own format and its own rules, and that's not what we're talking about here in this class. So for example, let's take a look at this title tag here. So the tag itself consists of the left angle bracket and the name of the tag, which is the word title, and a right angle bracket, and that creates the tag that's called title. You will notice that there is another tag here that looks just the same, except that it has this extra little slash character there between the left angle bracket and the name of the tag, and that's called an end tag. And so the title element is everything from the beginning of the title begin tag to the end of the title end tag, and everything in between, including the contents of the element. So the element itself is that whole thing. So the title element is what we call a container because it has a begin tag and an end tag, and it has contents. In contrast, this meta tag up is not a container. It's what's called a standalone tag, and so you see it starts with a left angle bracket and it has the name of the tag, and then it has some attributes and values, and we will get into that later. And then instead of an end tag, it has this shortcut over here. The other way to do this would be like this, with a begin tag and an end tag and nothing in between. So that makes it an empty tag, and that's fine. Now the other thing we'll notice about this meta tag is that it has what's called an attribute. The attribute in this case is charset, and the value is UTF-8, and you notice it has an equals sign here, so the name of the attribute is followed by an equals sign and the value, and you notice that I have the value in quotes. So tags have attributes to provide necessary information for implementing the tag, whatever that tag may be. In this case, this meta tag is here to describe the character set of the document, and the character set of the document is UTF-8, and so we have the name of the tag meta, the name of the attribute charset, and the value for that attribute, which is UTF-8. You'll notice that I have quotes around the string UTF-8. The quotes are technically optional in HTML. I could do it like this and it would be perfectly legal HTML and it would work, and the browser would recognize it, and everything would be hunky-dory. But I tend to use the quotes. It makes it legal in the XHTML context. In XHTML, the quotes are not optional. They are required. The only other rule about the quotes is that if you use the quotes, your beginning quote and your ending quote have to be the same. I can't use a double quote to begin with and a single quote to end with. That won't work. Instead, if I am using a double quote at the beginning, I have to use double quote at the end, or as in the case of this language attribute up here, if I am using a single quote at the beginning, I have to use a single quote at the end. So just like with the shortcut and tag, I pretend that these quotes are a rule. I always try to remember to put them in, and sometimes I actually do forget, but I always try to remember to put them in because it's going to make my job easier in other contexts. So again, I am using the polyglot rules, which is HTML, but with the stricter rules that make it legal XHTML as well. Tags are the basis of HTML, so it's important to understand how they are properly constructed. Using good form and creating your tags will go a long way toward making your HTML portable across devices, contexts, and even time as future versions of HTML are developed.